Hello, welcome back. We're going to continue our discussion on volume by cross sections, a very easy technique. Very similar to find the area between two curves, and that's what we talked about here in our previous video. So I want to find like the area behind of the circle. I would just do my rectangular mathematics, and we would get the top minus the bottom, and we got this 2 times the square root of 9 minus x squared. So this is like our base region right here. And we're going to take this base and we're going to come out in 3D, like up the z-axis right there. We're going to come up the x-axis and we're going to form these little shapes. And the first shape we said we're going to have a square. So over here, we're talking about an equilateral triangle. You can watch my video, previous video, talk about this one. So for this one, we're going to draw an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, all the sides are the same. And there's my base. Now the base, remember, is the bottom of this equilateral triangle. The base will always be on the xy axis. It's going to be the distance of our rectangle of mathematics right here. Top minus bottom. There's the top. There's the bottom. Our base we know is 2 times the square root of 9 minus x squared. Well, to get the volume, we need the area of the base multiplied by the height. So to get the area of the base, so we need the area formula for an equilateral triangle. That's just root 3 over 4 times the side squared. So I'm just going to plug it in. You don't have to memorize this. We'll give it to you. We'll give this to you. We're nice. We're going to take the square root of 3 over 4 times our side, which was this 2, times the square root of 9 minus x squared squared. Our height, that's just going to be dx. So at this point, I can just enter it. This is my volume formula. If I want to, I could integrate this one, and we're going to go from -3 to 3. That's how fast these are to set up. But if I wanted to clean it up, I could, and we would get, if we square it, if we square, this 2 becomes a 4, it'll cancel with that 4, and we would just get the square root of 3 on the outside from -3 to 3, and we just left with 9 minus x squared dx, and we could evaluate that if we wanted to. So there's our volume. That's it. Area of the base times the height. So the next one, let's take a look at for the next example. What if we're talking about right triangles with the hypotenuse on the base? They have to tell you where the hypotenuse is. So if I draw a right triangle, same thing. There it is, hypotenuse. There's my base. This is on the base, which was this piece right here. So this piece right there, there's our base. This is now the hypotenuse of a right triangle, not a wrong triangle. Be careful. It's still 2 times the square root of 9 minus x squared. And to get the volume, again, I need the area of the base multiplied by the height. Well, to get the area of the base, we need the area. Area formula for area of this, we just get 1/4 s squared, and that's the area of a right triangle with the hypotenuse on the base. You can verify this later on if you feel like, if you get bored. So I'm just going to type it in. 1/4, whoop, that's a weird looking 4 there. 1/4 s squared. So s is our 2 times the square root of 9 minus x squared squared. What's our height going to be? That's the skinny part. Remember, our height comes from up here. That's the skinny part. That's the height of our rectangle right there, or the width of our rectangle, if you want to say. And that's just going to be dx for us. Now, before I put my integrals on, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Whoops, so sorry about that. For example, if I were to square the 2 here, it becomes a 4. That's going to cancel. This makes it much nicer for us. And squaring the 9 minus x squared, square root of that, we just get 9 minus x squared dx. And we would evaluate that from -3 to 3. Well, where'd I get that -3 to 3 from? Remember, we're talking about our base, which is a circle, from -3 to 3. And you can solve this one. Matter of fact, let's go and solve this one by hand here. We would solve this one by hand. We would get 9x minus x cubed over 3 from -3 to 3. Using your FTC, what's that? 27 minus 27 over 3 minus, this becomes a -27 plus 27 over 3, whatever that is. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. Go on to video number 3. We're going to take a look at another example for at-home practice. We'll go and do this one with you. I'll see you then.